Hello. What's up, Charger Gamer? Hello. Can you greet my bro Alias? Alias? Hello, bro Alias. Alias. Damn it. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Third stream already, yeah. We went from no streams for almost half a year to 2 a week. Which, you know, it's kind of because I'm making up for the lack of videos, since I'm working on a very big one right now. But yeah. Yeah, I'm doing good. Been taking it easy today. Actually, where are we going? Oh, Joy-Con drift. We should probably do the Zora quest this time, because we already did the Goron one last time. On a different stream, in an age long forgotten. What do you think the next Zelda game will be? Something completely different, probably. I think they're gonna move into a different direction. Maybe they'll still do the open world stuff, but they're gonna add something to it. Pretty sure that's what they're going for. Is there any? No, I don't have anything close I can warp to. Just gonna have to walk all this way, but it gives me some time to read the chat. You're one of only 2 people I'll stop anything to watch live. Oh, thank you. That means a lot. I don't really consider my streams to be all that entertaining, but that's I don't think highly of myself that way. Because I'm not a speedrunner. I suck at video games in general. But yeah. If you're having fun, then I'm having fun too. Yeah, Anthony says, I'm more curious about the next console, to be honest. Like, I feel Nintendo has always had crazy innovation on the console front. Yeah, I'm curious too. I just don't really watch Switch 2 videos that often. Because I think they're a bit too speculative, and they're not really based on anything except rumors mostly. They're usually not all of them, of course. Some of them are just reporting what comes out, but by God, if some of them aren't very clickbaity, it just annoys me. Like, they'll just have an extremely clickbaity title and then just in small like parentheses at the end, rumor. It's like, yeah, what you probably should have started with that, because now everyone thinks. First of all, the title doesn't always fit all the way on the screen, and you know that. Have you played Link's Awakening? Yeah. All of them, actually. The original, the DX version, and the remake. Hey, a cave. Let's follow the... Wait, uh-oh. Oh. That was the wrong one. Still turning black. I don't know why. Oh, he died. Actually, I can get on top of this mountain this way. Uh-oh. No, that's not what I wanted. Sorry, I'm still getting to grips with the controls again. Let's go with the hoe. Ooh. I gotta fuse some weapons together soon. Thank you, Dorito Queen. That means a lot. Did you have any questions or things you wanted answers to, or Not that you have to, but let's see what treasures await us. Oh, I like. I think I can recall this. Oh. Oh, you gotta recall the last one. And then break his shell. Is it quiet? Well, maybe the gameplay is quiet. I purposely put it on quiet because I'm mostly talking to people. Do I still have recall? No. What? Why are you telling me to do amiibo stuff? Let me play the game. I think my controller is acting up a little bit. Hold on. Okay. Ow. That was not a good idea. The first death in, I think, the whole playthrough. And it's because of a like. Or maybe I did die before, I just don't remember. Anthony says, I suck at playing video games. Well, it kind of depends what kind of video game in general. I'm a very slow learner when it comes to any video game. Like I'm playing Escape from Tarkov right now, and that game is brutal for beginners. Well, let me... No? Okay, I'm just gonna get out of here. Trying to get the Zora's domain. Second death overall. Okay, thanks for keeping count. Because I sure as heck don't. Oh, just showing support. Well, thank you so much again, Dorito Queen. That means a lot. Wee-woo. Do you have any theories on Link's Awakening? Yeah, I think. But maybe that one has already been covered. But one theory I once considered was that the reason why Koholint Island is in trouble is because of Link, not because of any pre-existing dangers. It's like Link brings his nightmare into that dream world. Because at the end, the nightmares, they manifest from Link. From Link's body at the end, right before the final boss fight. And one of them takes on the shape of Ganon. Which makes sense if that's like his biggest fear. I have to cook up some stuff soon. I am not well prepared at all. Ooh, I can hitch a ride up there. God, there's so many enemies here. But yeah, that was a theory I once considered working on, but I think someone already did something very, very similar. Don't remember who it was, but... Hey, Gossip Guys. Yeah, I'm always enjoying playing and just, you know, just having fun. Because even though this whole playthrough is kind of like a setup for my video about how terrible the story of this game is, like that's just one aspect to it, so the gameplay is still fun. So I'm definitely having fun. I still have to watch your latest video, by the way. I haven't seen it yet. I've been kind of busy with other stuff. Do I consider making a sequel to Life as a Bokoblin? Perhaps at some point, if I have a good idea. I've been asked this question quite a lot of times, but yeah, I'm not really the type to do the same thing twice just because of views or anything like that. If I do another one, I want it to be at least just as good and original. Plus, like, the first one was kind of made under circumstances where I kind of had to wait for this game to come out, so I had time to do other crazy, funny things. But as this game's launch drew closer, I had little to no time to do that kind of stuff, because obviously you're doing theories on new trailers and new teasers, and you know, that's where most people, are, including myself, are going to be looking at the most. Dutch Bobson says, ik heb hem net uitgespeeld. Net pas uitgespeeld. Dus kijk nu pas al je video's. Gaaf wat je bereikt hebt. Dankjewel. A little bit of Dutch for you. I think we can we go straight to side on? I'm not sure. Or do I have to talk to Yona first? I'll just talk to Yona first. Why not? We're here anyway. Hello. My bro wanted to know what your favorite dungeon in A Link to the Past and your favorite item in Ocarina of Time are. Link to the Past. Let me think. I kind of like the atmosphere of the Desert Palace. The Misery Mire is pretty cool. I hate Skull Woods, even though I like the concept. I just find it very confusing. Oh, there she is. And my favorite item in Ocarina of Time is in terms of aesthetics, the mirror shield, because it just looks awesome. But in terms of functionality, I guess the long shot. Lens of Truth is also cool, yeah. Just the concept is cool. But yeah, the hook shot is so iconic. Kind of made me wish it was in this game as well. Can you imagine if we were able to hook shot on things to get some extra, like, get an extra boost? You can clean the statue and fix the mural without talking to anyone. It makes the NPC look stupid. You can use splash fruits, right? I think I did it a different way last time. On my first playthrough, that is. I used one of those water spouts, not a splash fruit. But I don't have any splash fruit, I think. Oh wait, I do. I have 3. Huh. That's it. Look at that handsome man. Whoa. It's kind of funny how they removed the memorial to Mifa's death in favor of, well, they gave it a nicer place up on the hill though. Up on the mountain. Wait, I was talking about Link. I don't know who you were talking about. Yes. It's funny how this part they do remember you. They did memorialize what you did in Breath of the Wild. Anyone missed the trailer analysis? Well, we'll probably be doing that again when the new Zelda game starts getting teased. Senor Divine Beast, hello. So one little thing, I won't be streaming as long as I did last 2 times, which was almost 4 hours, because I do have a little bit of a headache. Just I think I need a new pillow or something. I woke up with a headache and it's been bugging me the whole day. Have you played Super Mario Bros. Wonder? Not yet. Not yet. It's still on my to-do list. Same as Super Mario RPG. We replaced the statue of your romantic interest with a statue of your broship with the prince. Yeah. She comes from a different domain, right? They say. So where would that be? This song is funny, hearing this song, because my fiance keeps using it in her crafting videos. I think she just uploaded a new one and it has this song in it as well. So when I hear this song I think of her instead of this game. Wherever Cass is now, probably. Oh yeah, maybe that's what the new Zelda is going to be about. They're going to visit a new continent. After you met with Sidon, perhaps you could visit me at the infirmary on the floor above. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, sure. Senior Divine Beast says, I think the statue moving makes sense. The Zora have to kind of move past the events of the calamity, but still remember her at Mifa Park. Yeah. Absolutely. What is the fastest way up Ploymus Mountain? Which I've been calling Polynus Mountain for the longest time. I don't have a Zora armor. And I don't have money for a Zora armor, so we're just gonna have to climb. Do I have springs? No. I do not have springs. But I do have a fan which I can use. Pen was the only character that mentioned Cass. Yeah, we talked about that last week. Yeah, he's the only one. Not even his own wife and children mention him. Don't you just need some fish? I don't know. Pen isn't a good replacement for Cass. I think it's also just... Pen doesn't have that big of a role in the story overall. Like, yeah, he goes after the rumors, which are not all that interesting, all things considered. Do I have anything? Do I have flint? Yeah, I do have flint. Why do I keep getting tips even now? Oh, I didn't need flint. Damn it. It's no Rivali's Gale, but it gets pretty close. Huh. Huh. Charger Gamer says, did you know the Zora family connection is actually the strongest throughout the champions? At least at the end of Breath of the Wild, Zelda says they should visit the domain to support King Dorephan. Yeah, I think the best like relationship between the Hylians and the Zora, you mean? Like in general, all the four races seem to be much more connected to each other, or five, I should say. Like even the Gerudo, who have historically been kind of like on their own. I think the Zora are probably the most distant in this game, though, especially in Breath of the Wild. Not so much here. But they're kind of too prideful to ask for help. I think I do have to get past it. Oh god. I don't want to fight a Wizrobe, they're the worst. The Zonai are dead. Yeah, apparently. From what I understand. Something about the Japanese translation says that they died out or something. I still don't really buy it, but... Oh, come on. Come on. Yes. Muzu is like that, yeah. Well, in Breath of the Wild, all of the older Zoras were. They were kind of like these stuck-up old guys who just didn't want to know anything about the Hylians, still blame them for everything that happened during the calamity and stuff. But in this game, they're a lot better. Can I? Please. Nope. You know what? I'm just gonna do another Revali's Gale. I can make that. How do you feel about the theory that Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild take place in an alternate timeline in Skyward Sword where Link fights Demise? Well, it kind of depends on how that works. I just have a hard time accepting the idea that Ganondorf shows up before Demise or around the same time as Demise. Because isn't that like the whole point of the curse, is that that's where it started? Man, we are getting crafty here, getting to all these places. Like that's one of the biggest reasons why I feel like the whole idea that like these games have to take place at the very end, right? If they want to keep consistency at least, which I'm not sure if they will at this point. They kind of showed that they don't really care all that much. Put 5 bundles of wood and 1 cone and light it up, you'll get even more height. Yeah, but I only have 1 left, so... But I did not know that you get even more of a boost that way. It's a cool mechanic though. I don't think I used the pine cones one single time during my first playthrough. I had no idea what they did. But now I'm a smarter man. Nintendo is not known for consistency. No, not really. Can I recall this? Yeah. Well, they are consistent in terms of quality. One of the most consistent developers in the world, probably, at this point. There he is. Some people say the Zonai founding is not the first founding, but it's because the goddess statues fell from Skyloft into the Forgotten Temple. But you can't see it in the past cutscenes. I'm not sure. It's good to see you, my friend. Yeah, Sidon probably has the best theme. Although I also really liked Daruk's theme in Breath of the Wild a lot. which I think only shows up in the Fire Temple briefly in the Fire Temple music. This part is always kind of funny to me. Where it's like, I'm wondering if the sludge could be the source, or if the source of the sludge could be coming from the floating islands. It's like, well, you can just look up and see that it's falling from the floating islands. You don't have to wonder, it's pretty much confirmed. A says, I just can't take the English voice acting in this game seriously. I think it's okay. I think it's better in this game than it was in Breath of the Wild for sure. I didn't play the Japanese version myself. If I actually understood Japanese, I would have, but yeah, that's not going to happen anytime soon. The sludge kind of reminds me of Mario Sunshine. It's like, oh, could that be the source? Well, I don't know, man. So I have to go to Muzu, right? Oh, Jiauto at Toto Lake may yield some information. I think he's over there. Let me just activate this one. Goop. Mario Sunshine is underrated. I don't know if it's underrated, but it is one of my favorite Marios because I love summer. I love everything about it. Yeah, I think it's that way. Let's go activate the tower as well. I think Toto Lake is on the way there. It's like over there. I'm not doing shrines, at least not in this current. Like, if I do shrines, I'll probably do them off screen because they actually make me have to think, and I'm terrible at thinking and minding chat, so I'll just be quiet for the whole for the whole stream. Oh, that's funny. Like last stream, someone says Tulin was the worst, the worst of the companions, or at least that they didn't care for him, something like that. Yeah, I think that's him. Good sir. Oh no, that's not. Jaito. Giato. Jato. Kieran Buckley, was that you who said you were not a big Tulin fan last stream as well? Tulin was foreshadowed in Edge of Calamity DLC. Yeah, he sure was. Although he was creepy as hell in that game for some reason. Like the way he laughs and smiles at the end, it's so uncanny. Oh, there he is. I have to fix this whole thing. I don't wanna. I think you can just do it, right? You don't have to talk and do, like, you don't have to do all this, right? You can just shoot the arrow. Or does it not work? Is it not here, around here somewhere? Wait, I have to actually pay attention. In the mud. Okay. It's not in this mud, right? In the sludge? I don't remember where it is. Let's do the tower first real quick, then I'll come back. Yeah, let's do that first. Yeah, I'll do the thing after I do the tower. Yeah, it is close to the cave. Okay, cool. Cool. I just want to have the map. Makes things a lot easier. Tulin's ability is probably my favorite, or at least the one I use the most. I just got 1,000 Korok seeds after 8 months. You are crazy. You're not supposed to do that. Nintendo is actively mocking you for doing it. That's actually a great achievement though, but it's not for me. I like Riju, but she doesn't really have much of an arc to me. Like, cool, she learned to be a better leader, I guess. Yeah, I feel like she was already a better leader. That was already kind of her arc in Breath of the Wild, wasn't it? Like, she was way too young and she had all this weight put on her shoulders, and by the end she realizes that she'll just have to be a better leader. And I guess it's just the same thing here. But to be fair, none of the sages really have, like the modern day sages have really like big character development or anything like that. Outside of their regional phenomena, they don't really do much. That's one thing that's so frustrating about the way Tears of the Kingdom handles its storytelling, you know. I really got so attached to the characters in like what was it? Oh, wait. Like in Twilight Princess, for example, you have all these characters that you really start to care for. I don't really care much outside of like Link and Zelda. Yes. Puzzle solved. Man, that was a hard puzzle. I just want Link to have facial expressions again. Yeah, I agree. Like in Wind Waker. Like that's one moment that kind of ruined the whole Zelda Dragon Draconification reveal. Like, Link does not react to it at all. Like, in terms, like, emotionally, he does not seem to care. And then I think back to Skyward Sword, how angry Link gets at some moments, or how depressed he gets, and it's like, yeah, like Link actually felt like a character there. And to be fair, this Link does have his charms here and there, but I just don't understand why they chose to approach him that way after Skyward Sword. Yeah, Link is just like, Yeah, we talked about that on the last stream. Link doesn't tell anyone about Zelda's draconification except Impa, and Impa doesn't tell anyone either. Nor does her assistant, because she does have someone with her, one of the guards. One of the guards that normally stands in front of her house. We got the map. Is Triforce Heroes considered a mainline Zelda game? Yeah. Yes. Usually you can tell if it has the Legend of prefix. It's usually considered a canon timeline, quote-unquote timeline Zelda game. With the exception of Link's, the Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. That's the only exception. Uh-oh. Which is why the Age of Calamity and the other one, the Hyrule Warrior games, Link's Crossbow Training, Tingles, Rosie, whatever, Rupee Land, those are not considered canon. And the CDI games, of course, but that goes without saying. It's not even from the same developer. The only expression that doesn't look goofy in this Link is Face of Pain. And he does get hurt quite a lot. So it's like, oh, it's right there. Yeah, you were right. It's literally like right around the corner. Splash fruit. Prepare for frame drops. There we go. It's stupid that Age of Calamity is not considered canon because this game's present day sages were in Age of Calamity. Well, yeah, it's like an alternate timeline kind of deal. It's not entirely clear if it is this Sidon from this timeline or if it's like another Sidon from a timeline where, like, Age of Calamity's future, so to speak, before it was changed by Terrico. I'm not too sure. But yeah, it doesn't work because obviously Sidon would have remembered that whole trip to the past, fighting the Calamity and all that stuff. But the fact that they don't even address it in this game proves that it wasn't canon. Before we kind of had to guess, like, yeah, maybe Nintendo will pull a 180 on us, an Uno Reverso card, and we'll just suddenly say like, nope, it's canon, and they're suddenly gonna acknowledge it, all the events that happened in Age of Calamity in this game. But the only thing I did not like about Age of Calamity is that there's not that many consequences to what happens. I don't think a single person dies in that whole game, which, you know, it's a game about the Calamity. Even the king survives. But, you know, that's why it's an alternate timeline. Yeah, Suga was probably the best thing to come out of Age of Calamity, in my humble opinion. He was super cool. He should have been in this game too, because there should be a version of him in this one, or at least they could still do that. Is there a Zelda dungeon you like, but the community hates? I guess the Water Temple from Ocarina of Time. Other than that, I cannot really... Like, the Zelda community doesn't really hate all that much when it comes to dungeons. Like, where people are actually, like, hating on it with a fiery passion. Wait, did I have to actually read that thing, or did I just screw myself? Oh yeah, yeah, okay. He did decipher it. Actually, I really have to speak to King Dorfan? I know what I'm supposed to do, right? Although I don't remember exactly where the droplet thingy was, but I think I can probably see it on the map. Like it's somewhere like in this general area, I'm pretty sure. Actually, I can just warp here. Smart Gamer says, for me it's Jabu Jabu's belly. Why do people dislike that one? The inside of a fish may be gross. It is. But it's unique. No other game does it. Yeah. It reminded me of Pinocchio, where he goes into the belly of a whale. I liked it. It's different. Albeit a little gross. Oh yeah, he gives you the king's scale. Yeah, that's true. Pretty sure Sidon has nothing new to tell me. Hey! So, if I had already... I'm actually curious. If I had all the memories right now, all of Zelda's memories, would Link react? Probably not. I should try that. I should do a new playthrough on a new file at some point and just get all the memories. Like that's the first thing I do after getting back from the Great Sky Island. And then just talk to everyone. And I'm pretty sure everyone will just be, oh well. I wonder where Zelda is. Yeah, they didn't account for that for sure. I'm pretty sure. I do remember where, well, I don't remember where the king is, but I do remember kinda. He's in one of those waterfalls here. Anyone remember Mikau? I dread the Twilight Palace. Yeah, the hands. Yeah. That's an anxiety-inducing for sure. Like I'm pretty sure he's right down here in this, down this hole, right? Yeah, there he is. Mind if I drop in? He remembers me. Yeah, I just find him instantly. That was pure luck. Dorafan. Like he for sure is the most like affected by this whole sludge. All the other Zoras are just like, mild inconvenience. Hey, mind if I drop in? Yeah. Muzu just goes back to being grumpy. He remains a trusted friend of the Zora. I would hope so. I saved the world last game. I saved your domain from flooding, and I saved the entire kingdom in general. How dare you, sir? We encountered Princess Zelda just after Hyrule Castle ascended into the sky. Floating islands appeared as if from nowhere. See, so the islands were never visible before that, for some reason. Muzu gets fired. He should get fired. Athens says, an underrated dungeon for me would be the City in the Sky. Is the City in the Sky considered underrated? I thought that was like a fan favorite. I definitely think it's amazing. The double claw shots marked the debut of the real Spider-Link. Spider-Link, Spider-Link. Yeah, I agree. The sense of height and just the way you traverse that dungeon, it's amazing. Which would not work as well in this game because you're so mobile and you have your paraglider, you don't really have to fear much. According to your story, Princess Zelda disappeared suddenly in the depths below Hyrule Castle. On the other hand, she suddenly appeared near Zora's domain and unleashed a monster upon us. Yeah. How do people not figure this out before you do? And even Princess Zelda, it may well be the answer to the riddles that can only be found skyward. Skyward Sword? Smart Gamer says, sometimes I wonder why don't we see Deku scrubs as a race anymore? They have not been in modern games. They were cool in Termina. Yeah. Are they not in other games at all? Trying to think. For sure they're in Minish Cap in some of the 2D games, but take a few. Perhaps the time is nearing for me to pass the title of King to Sidon. Yeah, that would probably be a good idea after 200 years. I mean, clearly he was a good ruler, if you can keep the kingdom running for 200 years. Alright. Maybe Link doesn't really like Zelda all that much, that's why he doesn't tell anybody. Yeah, maybe that's the problem. It's like, yeah, I never trusted her to begin with. There was always something off about her. I would love to see how some of the older dungeons would play with Link's new abilities. Yeah, I was very curious to see that too, but they didn't do that. I guess the fire temple came the closest, maybe, or maybe the lightning temple did. But you can cheese the fire dungeon so easily if you have Zona. Like Zonai devices just break that dungeon completely. You just buy a or get a super spring, and you're good. Darkness321 says, "Are you familiar with the channel The Basement?" No. What is it about? What do they do? Yeah, Lightning Temple is also my favorite, at least in terms of aesthetics, for sure. I'm sure we can locate the land of the sky fish. It will lead us to the floating... Oh. Geez. I have to do everything. There it is. That's a fish, isn't it? I would say so. It's that one. Do I actually have to... Your objectives align with side items. If you find a clue about the watery bridge, collect them to... Blah blah blah. Oh yeah. Okay. So I do this, and then he will... The waterworks are probably the most awesome part of this whole quest. And the music there is really great too. Whoop! Should probably just balloon away. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah. Should probably use a different weapon for this. To be fair, I didn't really like Master Mode all that much in Breath of the Wild, to be completely honest. Uh-oh. I don't know if I'm gonna make this. Probably not. Wee-woo. Come on. I don't think I have the stamina for this. We'll see. Whatever happens, happens. Murillo says, "Hi, just got my Tears of the Kingdom tattoo. What did you have as a tattoo?" Also, Darkness, let me see. They do mainly Zelda stuff and made a great song called Mifa Did You Know? Well, I'm just gonna die. Isn't that the island where the Zora home is? So that's 3 deaths. And I was I was reading chat, so I didn't even realize I was running out of stamina. I should probably upgrade my my Zonai devices, shouldn't I? Like, Master Mode felt kind of cheap to me because of the whole regeneration. Like, it just makes enemies, it doesn't make them smarter, it doesn't give them new attacks or new abilities or better AI. It's just more HP. More HP, and they just become even more of a bullet sponge than they were before. I've never... It's like the laziest form of challenge to me. And it's not just Zelda, it's like most games handle it that way. And I don't like it. I'm just gonna try it again. What if I take the balloon up? Do I still have... Yeah, I do. What if I just put this here, set fire to it, and then use a pine cone? As soon as I almost run out, I'm just gonna throw the pine cone on, boost upwards. See, sometimes it's fun, it's more fun to be limited. Actually, I don't have to do that. That's not big brain at all. The balloon is already working because of the fire. Ow. Unless it runs out, just the balloon itself runs out if it's... How does this balloon actually float? The fire's not even underneath it. Oh well. If it works, right? Magic. I'm not a smart man. Actually, the wood bundle just stays like that. It didn't become like a little campfire. Did you see that? It's a bit weird. Don't question it. Let's see, the droplet should be here. There it is. Bloop. Yeah, the green skies are the best. I could have taken the wood. Oh well, I'll just chop a few trees down. Yeah, we're doing the water temple because I believe we did the fire temple on a different stream one time before I started this whole like story thing. I think I just have to go back to Sidon. I am not paying attention to the HUD at all. Yeah, Ancient Zora Waterworks is pretty cool. The music is cool too. It's just empty. There's not really a whole lot besides that, but I like the atmosphere. It's something. Black Link says, I was so hoping that the underground part was the actual temple. Yeah. Yes. The actual water temple is it's just a floating island. It's not the greatest. Yeah, the lead up is pretty fun. Before we go to the water temple itself though, after we do the Zora works, I have to quickly make a few notes, or else I'm gonna lose track of this whole story playthrough. I mean, it is good for reference. I can just watch all of this back if I need to. Do you think the waterworks are the temple from Ocarina of Time? At this point, I have no idea. Uh-oh. Sludge-like. Could it be the foul beast that harmed father? Just a like-like? Let us fight. It's a mighty opponent. Alrighty.
We need to get up close and personal with it. Be careful.
Give me another one. Oh my god, really? One shot? It is a mighty foe. The like fight is cool. I don't think it's cool. Wow, 3 deaths in one stream. And I was doing so well. Oh, I didn't have full armor. Oh. Normally they don't one-shot you if you have full hearts. Can I eat these? Yeah. But like does not like Link. That's a tongue twister. It doesn't save right before the fight. I think only if I save. I'm pretty sure if I save right here, then it should start me right here. I thought this was gonna be really, really easy. I'll use the spear. Yeah, I should probably prepare a couple of weapons. I still have this thing. I did not mean to drop that. I still have this thing. Yeah, this is the strongest one I have. This is probably my favorite ability when it comes to how dynamic the game becomes with this. Well, I startled them. I don't need that one. I do need this one. Yeah. Alright, Senior Divine Beast, thank you for dropping by as always. Want to cook that truffle? What the heck? Upgrade, extreme short range. Hup. I'll just use the spear. If I die, I have to do this all over again.
Yes.
Oh, hardy truffle. I gotcha.
Oh.
Next time, I do have a Zonai cooking thingy. If I die, I can just try it over again. I forgot about this fight completely, by the way. I didn't even know this was part of the quest. I only remembered the water droplet thingy and the waterworks. Alright, alright. We're just slamming him. No, Tulin! I think he dead. Oh no, almost. See how Tulin got in the way again? See, this is where the range comes in. Spears are overpowered, yo. Yeah, the music is way better than it has any right to be, because it's kind of a... It's not even a mini-boss, I would say. Like-likes are very different in this game. Truly a mighty foe. Well, he did one-shot me the last time. I even mocked him for it. I was like, a mighty foe. And then I just immediately died.
Yes.
That like definitely had the first laugh. I had the last laugh because he didn't even hit me once.
Come now.
Come on.
yes.
Was he just supposed to stand there the whole time? What do Dutch girls like? I don't know, ask them. I have no idea. I'm engaged to a Chinese girl, so I'm clueless.
Ah,
I leave this place to you. Off we go, Link, to the Pillar of Light. Hey, she does mention Mifa at least.
Whoa.
See, so if Age of Calamity would have been canon, he would not be feeling that way because he went back in time, at least in his experience, and saved her in a different timeline. But instead he just feels horrible because he lost her. That's a good weapon. Let's go pay our respects to Mifa real quick. Well, that's what was so cool about Breath of the Wild, is that there were actually people, there was actual emotion there. Because the champions just, they straight up died. There was nothing we could do. Nothing we could do to save them. Ron Hubbard says, do you think Vortexy actually died? I am not in the position to speculate about that because I didn't know her. But people who did have told me that yes. I think it was a car accident or something, but I mean that was long before my time as a YouTuber, so I had no relationship to any of those people at the time. The whole Chamber of Sages people. Now I do. But yeah, she was a fellow Dutchie. Isn't he supposed to be here? No? Isn't this where we meet? Oh, he's in the lake. I have no more pine cones. We'll just go from rock to rock. Yeah, the tragedy. That's such an annoying word to say. The tragedy of Breath of the Wild made it feel more real. Like there were actual consequences. It wasn't like at the end, two ghosts appear and are magically like, guess what? You're all alive again. Everybody's happy. Yay. No, that's... A good story also has sacrifices. At least a story about that kind of subject matter. Like the king, he did. Because that's usually something that people would criticize when, like, at the end it's like, oh, the power of friendship saved everyone, or that's always the worst when people do that, when writers do that. Unless it's like for a very specific reason. Do you think we'll get a new 2D Zelda game in the next 2 or 3 years? I sure hope so, because it's going to be quite a while before we get a new 3D Zelda game. Like, the next 3D Zelda game for sure is going to be at least 4 or 5 years away. Unless they pull a Majora's Mask and they suddenly have something new. But I don't think so. It's gonna be weird though to have a new system without a Zelda as a launch title. They're probably just gonna port this game over and it will look a little bit better. They might not even have to port it at all if it runs on the same OS and everything. But it's just more powerful. 6 years is probably... This was the first time I think it took 6 years. Like normally it's 4 or 5. But you know, COVID happened. I would love a Majora's Mask sequel game. Well, you cannot really do a sequel to Majora's Mask unless it takes place like between Twilight Princess and Majora's Mask. But I think what makes Majora's Mask so awesome is that it's its own little thing. Ocarina took 7 years, are you sure? There was nothing in between there? No 2D Zelda games either? Because, of course, back then, 2D Zelda games were mainline Zelda games as well, because there were no 3D Zelda games yet. Wee woo! Oh, this is giving me vertigo. Like, obviously I don't know when they started development on Ocarina of Time, but like the atmosphere of this place is pretty cool. You do have to wonder where the ambient lighting is coming from. I think I just... Why do I keep getting tips about this? Did I really just not do anything before this? I don't think I have any bomb arrows. No. Oh, I have time bombs. I can use a time bomb. See, what do I have in terms of zone? I only have the time bomb. I'm gonna use a time bomb because I'm lazy. Woo! Yeah, the Zora Waterworks should have been the water temple for sure. Just makes the most sense. Like, why would a sky island be a water temple? It just doesn't work. But I guess because of the whole Sky Island stuff, the Sky Islands were already kind of underutilized in the game, and like to begin with. So they had to include something big. I think I can just... Whoop. Three of the 5 temples are in the sky. Dragon Head is not a dungeon, right? Or are you referring to the castle? Because the castle doesn't really function as a dungeon, at least not in this game. It's just there, kinda. Can time bombs float? I'm wondering. Let's find out. Or I can just throw it. I have 4 to spare, so... Oh. Did I die? Oh no, I didn't die. The castle is not in the sky? No, well, kinda. But not as high up. I don't think it falls under the sky map. So, yeah, very close to death. And I still don't have any food. Actually, I can cook up something now. Because I do have this. What else can I add? I don't really have anything without stats. Without status effects. So I'll just have to make do. Task failed successfully. Yeah. It does disappear, doesn't it? Just goes away. Add some of this. And some of this. I think that's enough for now. Oh, I don't have to climb anymore. Oh no, there's more. I only have 2 time bombs left, I think. They want you to build a ladder here, I think. That's not straight. Huh? Oh yeah, I could have also used recall. I always forget I have that ability. Oh, come on. There we go. Flee for your lives. I'm a genius? I don't really think so, but thank you. Thank you. Are you gonna do more shrines? Heart's looking pretty low. No, we're doing a pro run. We're doing a super pro run. Now at some point I'm probably gonna just turn on infinite health. Because the whole point of this is to record story related stuff. I'm not here to show off my non-existent gaming skills. Flee, flee for your lives. Where? That's my entire thought process. Where? I know there's one in here, but there's no planks. Maybe I should do the recall trick here. I'm sure there's another way, but again, I'm lazy. Whoa! Did you see that weird texture thing? I think I can make that. Yeah, for sure. Come on. Maybe not. Don't think it's... Is there any other way up here? I can just put it down then, for now. Oh, you're supposed to go through here. But again, I'm lazy. I'm gonna do this the hard way, which is also the easier way. Once it works, it's the easier way. Ugh. Okay. Okay. Let's see if this works. Just lift it up. And then hold it there. And then bring it back. Let's see. Oh! Yeah. Oh, it's just a chest. No! I thought that's where the plug was. Hardcore gamer run. No shrines, no food, no brain cells. Exactly. Well, at least we did the thing. But yeah, you're supposed to go in here. I hate sewer levels. We did the thing. I think it's over here. Yeah. But how will I survive this? This does not look safe. If I break this. Oh, come on. Yeah. Well. We dead. Or will the gate just open? I legit cannot imagine how bad it smells in there. Well, that kind of depends on how well they ventilate this area. Or how much water flow there is. If it's just a stagnant lake, then probably not too great. Hey! Goodbye. He's so cool about it too. Wow, that was anticlimactic. You know what? I'm just gonna bolt. Oh wait, no, he does give me a chest, doesn't he? I secretly want that chest. Oh, 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 oh. Huh. No! Okay, there we go. There was a mini dungeon in A Link to the Past where you had to lower the water level. I think that's this place. Oh, this... it's like the light world version of the Swamp Palace, I think. Ooh. That's good. It's funny how this shield ended up not being like important at all. I still think it looks like Vati's symbol. Too bad it didn't have anything to do with Vati. Would have been cool. He would be a great villain to bring back, I think. Maybe. Or maybe just a new villain. Maybe it's time for... just a brand new villain. I'm imagining Vati as a Zonai. Oh yeah, maybe. He founded the Zonai. He created the Zonai. Oh, okay, we made it. Hup. Oh, you always keep one on you. Well, it's not very good unless you put something on it. Then it's fine. But yeah, it looks awesome. It's a lot better than the wooden shield from the last game or any other game in general. It just looks cool. Aster. I don't think Aster is coming back. I mean, if he really is just a Hylian, he should be dead by this point. Because he lived around the time of the Calamity 100 years ago, and not everyone has superpowers where they can grow up to 1,000 years old. I love that the Zonai are just sky goat people after all of the theory videos of them being barbarian. Yeah, they kind of threw us for a loop, didn't they? I'm even starting to doubt if the barbarian armor had anything to do with the Zonai in general. Maybe it was just a completely different tribe of completely different creatures or beings who lived in Farron. Because it has nothing to do with the Zonai. If you look at the actual clothing and the decorations on it, there's nothing that points to the Zonai. Like the belt buckle is a completely different symbol. The general style of clothing is very different. No one has the power to grow to up to 1,000 years old unless you're a Zora. I think Ganondorf does too, because of the Triforce of Power and all that stuff. Or maybe Demise's curse, or because he's like looking really, really good in Twilight Princess and Wind Waker, and he's supposed to be like over 100 years old at that point. Well over 100 years old, because I think he was already like in his 30s or 40s in Ocarina of Time. And Wind Waker and Twilight Princess are supposed to be like 100 or 200 years after the fact, I think. I think they say around 100. Yeah, this Ganondorf didn't have the Triforce of Power, that's true, but he was preserved. He did have the Secret Stone. Maybe that does something similar. I have to get the armor first? Aww. Really? Cannot just give me a ride up. Freaking side on. I did not activate the shrine here. I'll just fly from the tower. Then why did Zelda need to eat hers? I'm not sure. Well, it could be that Raru's seal preserved Ganondorf in some way and not necessarily Ganondorf himself. I'm not sure. The kind of confused on the whole lore in that sense in general. That's why I haven't made that many videos about it. I think after my big story critique video, I'm gonna be done with Tears of the Kingdom for a while at least. Like, obviously if I find something interesting to talk about, I will, but it's not gonna be a main focus. I don't really feel like talking about the timeline or trying to explain how these games follow up on it, which is a shame because some people have been looking forward to the Evolution of Hyrule Part 5, and I was too, but now I'm starting to doubt if it's even worth doing it because we don't even know which timeline branch it follows up on. I can make a more speculative video, I guess. One where it's a little less science-y and just trying to make, because it's so difficult to make sense of how how that would even work. Like, suppose it's people keep like throwing the whole dragon break thingy, like the timelines merged somehow. It's like, okay, cool, but how would that work? Like, what caused it to, first of all, what caused it to merge in the first place, and what kind of consequences would there be? Yeah, it was a fun series to do as well. I really liked working on the Evolution of Hyrule. And I really want to do a final one to wrap it up, or at least final until we get the next Zelda game. But right now I'm kind of struggling to find out how that would all fit together. We don't even know if this is the same continent as the old Hyrule was, or if it's like a completely new continent, or because they kind of imply or suggest that the you know, the whole world was destroyed or something, or Hyrule at least was destroyed and then refounded by the Zonai. But there had to be still people living here in Hyrule. Like, Sonia's people were already on the surface when the Zonai arrived, by my guess. Joss says, coming to say hello. Hello! To the infirmary! Can I? Yes. Woohoo! This could be the fallen timeline of the fallen timeline. Yeah. Actually, where is the infirmary? Is that on this level? That's not the infirmary, but there are things here. Give me those. Oh, crib. Oh, it is above, okay. God bless Ascend. Is it here? Or is it the King's throne room now? Oh, I forgot about the monument here. What does it say again? Blah, 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 blah. Renovating the Zora stone monuments that had fallen to ruin. Why did they fall to ruin? We could read them in the previous game, right? He just rewrote history and just made up an excuse. Oh, they got damaged during the calamity. Yeah, that's totally what happened. Anyway, let me tell you about my heroic stories. Oh, it was the king? Yeah, okay, I got it. I remember. Oh, I need to talk to her. Still recuperating a La Ruta. La Ruta. She's just here. No. I'm confused now. I really don't remember much of this part of the game at all. Any tips? So I don't have waste more time, because I do have to stop streaming soon. I'm honestly a little tired. The whole Sheikah tech vanishing was so hecking weird to me. Yeah, that makes two of us. The only way I can make sense of it is if Tariko had something to do with it. I don't think Tariko is canon. Where was the infirmary? Sidon is up here. Is she still at Mipha's court? Even a Hylian can climb up waterfalls by wearing the Zora armor, which Yona tasks herself with repairing. Would be nice if they actually told you where Yona is. Maybe Sidon did and I wasn't paying attention. It's probably my own fault because I'm only half paying attention. Sir, are you repairing the armor thingy? You have a hammer and a thingy. She's attempting to repair your Zora armor. Oh, of course you just talk to people like you always do. You know full well that the Zora armor allows even a Hylian like you to climb waterfalls. It is essential if you hope to travel these parts with ease. Oh, okay. Yeah, you were right. Mipha's court. Yeah, I also haven't played the actual story part of this since my first playthrough, which May, early June. It's been a while. It's actually kind of crazy how the game is going to be almost a year old in a few months. It's nuts. Is she up there or is she down here? She's... oh, there she is. She blended in with the sludge. I talked to these old Zora and Breath Wild. They hated Link and Hylians. Yeah, they sure did. Even after 100 years. Can you imagine that? Doing something like making an honest mistake or whatever. And then 100 years later, people still get onto you for it. I guess it kind of depends on how serious that mistake would be, but... wait, what did she... Let's check the log. It does require one more thing. I need a fish called an ancient... Oh yeah, okay, I know where to get those. You haven't seen them around lately. That's because it's a completely new species. They live on the Sky Islands, right? I'll just go to the Great Sky Island. I'm sure that they are there. There's plenty of water. Let's go to this one. I don't know, losing Mifo was one of more than an honest mistake for the Zoras. Well, I mean, it was their choice to send her into battle. Everyone, like every one of the races banded together to face something unknown. And the Zoras are the only ones who are like, oh, the Hylians should have known better. They assured us victory was coming. I mean, I get that they're emotional about it, but come on, man. Link wasn't even the one who made the decisions. He's not a king. He's just a soldier. There should be fish here somewhere. Those tiny little ponds usually have them. Sacrifices had to be made, yeah. Sometimes when you go to war, you don't always know if you're gonna win. Luckily, the Gorons are pretty chill about it. They're just like, yeah, we erected a giant statue of his face, and now we're all happy. Did you not fish for one? What do you mean? To the cooking pot? I cannot swim that far with this stamina. I guess I can just go to the other shrine. There's all kinds of ponds over here. Oh, they're in Mipha statues, Mipha statues lake. Okay, then I'll go there. Man, those fish fell a long way then, if they're all the way over there. They fell thousands of feet down and survived. I told you 2 minutes ago. I wasn't paying attention, okay? Story of my life. When I look at chat, I'm playing terribly. When I'm playing terribly, or when I'm looking at chat, I'd play terribly, I should say. And when I'm playing decently, then I cannot look at chat. If you fall into water, you'll be fine. Yeah, that's not how it works. It's like concrete. At some height, it's just... you might as well just be hitting the pavement. Unless you're one of those rock divers who know exactly how to position their bodies to minimize the risk. But even then you risk breaking legs and ligaments. Whoop.
Yes.
If you locate one, please bring one to me. I just did. Oh, here you go. You'll be
Whoa.
flattened like a pancake. Yeah. Water temple is by far the worst one. I agree. It's very short too. It's just like 3 main floating islands. Do you live in Amsterdam? No. I live near Rotterdam. Not in Rotterdam, but close to it. The harbor city of
Yes,
Rotterdam. Worse than the Spirit Temple? Well, the Spirit Temple is... I wouldn't even call that a dungeon, to be honest. I didn't even realize that was a dungeon. Technically, the Spirit Temple itself is not even a dungeon. It's the robot factory thingy. The construct factory. The Spirit Temple is just like you walk in, you do some robo wars, whatever, and then it's done. The Spirit Temple just reminds me of ARMS. Yeah, that's how the fight kind of feels like, doesn't it? Rock'em Sock'em Robots. What is that from? Is that a game? I know the name, and I've even used it a couple of times. But is that like, was that a show or a game or? And why do I know that that name? I probably just heard it vicariously, but still. They must have been pretty big if everyone knows that term. Oh, they're toys. Ah, they were kind of like Transformers, I guess. Oh, bye, Darkness. I will check out that channel you recommended. I always like discovering new Zelda channels. Let me swim upwards? No, Tulin, you... What's happening? I'm stuck. Tulin! I'm just blaming Tulin on, like, for everything. I was literally stuck there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ugh. Yeah. No, I'm blaming Tulin on, like, for everything. Look! He keeps... You're supposed to press A, right? When you hit the waterfall. But he keeps doing his wee-woo. Oh, I'm not wearing the armor? Oh my god. I'm such an idiot. Ah. I really hope next... Oh, he still... he still used it. He almost blew me through the waterfall. Wee-woo. I'm getting there. I'm getting to that point. Whoop. Oh yeah, it's still quite a long way up. Actually, I am going to end the stream soon. Yeah, that's Tulin's fault too. He should have told me to put on the armor. Oh, you don't have to press A anymore? Okay. I don't believe you. There he is. My man. My body feels light as a feather. The first time I saw that, the like low gravity stuff, I thought, oh, those islands must be so high up that you're getting to like the edge of space. But no, it's just random for some islands. Some islands have it, some islands don't. Even the ones who are lower in altitude, some of them have the low gravity cheat on, I guess. Sludge City. Yeah, and like underwater exploration would be pretty cool. Oh no. Whoop. Yeah, that was kind of a missed opportunity, I guess. It's kind of been the name of the game, to be honest. Like a lot of potential that was they like wasted. Also a lot of stuff they did right, of course, but they could have done more. But yeah, I am probably going to end the stream in about 2 minutes. Or else my headache is gonna get worse. My thalassophobia could never go in the water, I'm sorry. Not after Subnautica. What is thalassophobia? Is that just fear of not seeing the bottom or something? I still have to play Subnautica. It sounds like the type of game for me, because it's exploration, it's open world, and it also has a lot of lore you can find, at least according to my brother. I don't know if he's lying to me just to get me to play it. My brother just told me he got addicted to Genshin Impact. I was like, no, not Breath of the Waifus. I will probably never play Genshin Impact. I already know that. Only the first one was really good, right? The other one? Like something zero? Subnautica Sub-Zero or Below Zero or whatever. I heard that one wasn't as good as the first. But I should probably start with the first one. But yeah, I would be happy to give it a try. But first I have to finish Outer Worlds. Below Zero. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, my brother, he gave into the whole Genshin Impact thingy. Whee! Yeah, Below Zero is the sequel, okay. I didn't know if it was DLC or like a soft, like 1.5 or... But it, like this, the review scores were not as high as the original, I think. Maybe it's still good. I don't know. I'm hearing the wee woo in my sleep. Yeah. It's the most played sound effect aside from Link's footsteps, probably. Give me the Zonai devices. Do I actually have... Oh yeah. Not that much. Nice dodge over that thrown rock. I can assure you that was not on purpose. Stabilizer. Battery. Zonoid devices. I can do a couple more. I usually don't use these cores anyway. For my fireworks video, I had to find rockets, I think, or at least one specific part, and I could not find them. It was so annoying. Yeah. Actually, we reached the shrine. I think this would be a good place to. This will just shoot it, right? Yeah. Do you guys like the shrine structure? I will just stand over here in the safety of the shrine and give me my final words. I took a few notes, not that many. Demon King, Secret Stone. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the shrines, to be honest. I'd rather have more traditional dungeons, or quote-unquote traditional. Of course, they can put it into a new format, but I'd rather have like 10 big dungeons that are just out there for you to find than like 100 of these tiny micro dungeons. I know it's some people like it. Some people who don't have a lot of time to play games, they like just doing a couple of shrines and then moving on with their life, but not me. It's not for me. I prefer the bigger stuff. Yeah, for one game, it was a nice. I always appreciate when they try new things, but Tears of the Kingdom is already so derivative as is. So having the shrines again, having the Korok seeds again, having so many things being rehashed, I think the next game does have to do things very differently. Yeah, like even 20 like mid-sized dungeons would already be more cool. For sure. But it's a personal preference. Like, one of my favorite things about the Zelda series is dungeons, like dungeon crawling. That's what made me fall in love with Ocarina of Time the first time. Just stepping into these places and not knowing what's gonna be there, and it was challenging, at least for my 12-year-old self. Yeah, and it also kind of, yeah, for the sake of variation, I agree with that too. Hey Sparksopus, hi to you too. Yeah, I'm doing well. I just have a very slight headache, which has been nagging me all day. So I'm going to head to bed early probably. So I'm gonna end the stream a little earlier than normal. But we'll do another one on Wednesday, and then again next weekend. So we have 2 streams per week now, at least until my video is done. Yeah, it's like one of those headaches that is, it's just too, it's not like big enough to take an aspirin for it, because I don't like taking meds in general. So it's like still below that threshold where you're like, oh, this is so painful, I have to take a painkiller. But it just nags at you. It just hovers over you like your head is in a bit of a cloud. It's very annoying. But you know, it is what it is. It'll go away. I just have to get a good night's sleep, and then I'll be fine. And then I think for the next stream, before we actually start doing anything, I really have to go over my notes with you guys. I didn't want to do it again this time, but keep holding it off. But I actually want to make a bit of a, like an overview of the story, of how it unfolds, who knows what. So maybe this Wednesday we can, for example, take a look at Raru, see what he knows and what he isn't telling Link, which he should be telling Link. Like all the stuff that he knows. He knows Ganondorf, he knows the secret stones, how they work, he knows all kinds of stuff which he doesn't share with you before he disappears and doesn't reappear until the end. So let's do that next stream. Maybe I can create kind of like an overview or a graph or whatever. So something to like hold on to while I'm writing my script, because there's so many characters doing different things and I kind of have to keep track. I want to make sure that when I criticize the story, I'm not saying something like, oh, this person doesn't, like, nobody reacts to this this piece of knowledge, and meanwhile there is, because then that's what people are going to be hyper focusing on. I want to make sure, I like absolutely sure that I get as much right as humanly possible. Obviously there's going to be small oversights and mistakes, that's just how it is, or else this video is going to take a year to complete, and then my channel will for sure die because I'm not pulling in millions of views. But you know, yeah, we can put a graph together or something and then just look at who knows what, because there's usually people here who played it more recently and it's a bit more fresh in their memory than it is in mine. So that will be cool. But yeah, thank you. I hope it's not a tumor. No, it's probably not. I think that would probably give you more of a headache than this. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining and for dropping by as always. It's always very, very much appreciated. And yeah, you also get some rest, at least you Europeans. And I will see you next time. Bye bye.